You made more money this year than last year. And somehow you have less. Now most people will tell you it's inflation. Prices went up. That's why things feel tight. But that's only a tiny piece of it. There's something else going on. Something that's pulling money out of your life so quietly. You don't even notice it leaving. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Let's talk about your actual life for a second. You wake up. You go to work. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you didn't sleep enough. But you show up. You do the job. You put in the hours. The end of the month comes. Direct deposit hits your account. And for a brief second, feels okay. Then rent comes out. Car payment. Phone bill. Insurance. Groceries. Gas. Maybe a subscription or two you forgot about. And just like that, it's gone. You sit there looking at your bank account thinking, where did it all go? You're not buying designer clothes. You're not flying first class. You're not eating at fancy restaurants every weekend. You're just living. Basic, normal, regular living. And it costs almost everything you make. So you think maybe you need a budget. Maybe you're spending wrong. Maybe you're the problem. But here's what nobody tells you. Your paycheck isn't shrinking because you're bad with money. Your paycheck is shrinking because it was designed to shrink. Let me explain. Think of your income like a glass of water. Every month, someone fills that glass. That's your paycheck. Feels good. Glass is full. But here's the thing. The glass has holes in it. Small ones. At the bottom. On the sides. You can't really see them. But the water is leaking out constantly. Those holes? They're not accidents. They're built into the system. One hole is taxes. And not just income tax. Sales tax. Property tax. Fees on your utilities. Fees on your phone plan. Surcharges you never agreed to. Every single transaction you make has a tiny cut being taken from you. But that's just hole number one. Now here's the part that actually matters. Because taxes aren't even the real problem. The real problem is something you interact with every single day. And you probably think it's helping you. Let's talk about your bank. You put your money in a savings account. Maybe you're proud of that. You're saving. Being responsible. Doing the right thing. Your bank gives you what? Maybe 4% interest. Maybe 5% if you're lucky. Some of you are getting less than 1% and don't even know it. Now think about this for a second. Inflation last year was somewhere around 3 to 5% depending on where you live. Some categories like food and rent went up way more than that. 7, 10, 15% in some cities. So your savings account is growing at let's say 4%. But the cost of everything you need is growing at 6, 8, 10%. That means your money is actually losing value while it sits there. Let that satisfying little number in your savings app sink in. Because it's a lie. Your money is melting. Slowly. Quietly. Every single month. And your bank? They're taking your money, lending it out to other people at way higher interest rates, and making a fortune off of your deposits. You get 4%. They charge someone else 22% on a credit card. Think about that for a second. You're feeding the machine. And the machine isn't feeding you back. But wait, it gets worse. Because it's not just your bank. There's a layer underneath all of this that most people will go their entire lives without understanding. Here's how the game actually works. You trade your time for money. That's a job. 1 hour equals a fixed amount of dollars. You can't scale that. You can't multiply it. There's a ceiling. 24 hours in a day. That's it. Now, the people at the top, they don't trade time for money. They trade money for more money. They buy assets, real estate, businesses, stocks, things that grow on their own, things that make money while they sleep. Here's the analogy that changed how I saw everything. Imagine two people standing in the rain. One person is holding a cup, trying to catch raindrops. That's you. That's your paycheck. You stand there in the cold, working hard, and you catch what you can. The other person built a roof with gutters and pipes that funnel the rain into a giant tank. They're not standing in the rain at all. They're inside, warm, dry, and collecting 100 times more water than you. Same rain, same storm, completely different result. And the worst part? Nobody taught you how to build the roof. School didn't teach you. Your parents probably didn't know either, because they were also holding a cup. Now here's where it gets really uncomfortable. This system doesn't just take your money, it takes your time. And time is the one thing you can't earn back. Every year you spend just trading hours for dollars with nothing else working in your favor, you fall further behind. Not by a little, by a lot. Because the cost of living isn't slowing down. It's accelerating. Rent goes up. Every year. Groceries go up. Gas goes up. Insurance goes up. But your raise? 3%. Maybe. If your boss is generous. So every single year you work the same amount, or more, and you can afford less. It's like running on a treadmill that's slowly speeding up. You're running faster and faster, sweating more, exhausting yourself, but you're not moving forward. You're just trying not to fall off. And most people feel this. Deep down, they feel it. That's why you're tired all the time. Not just physically, mentally, emotionally. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're stuck in a system that was never built for you to win. So if you've been blaming yourself, stop. Stop thinking you're bad with money. Stop thinking you're not smart enough. Stop thinking that everyone else has it figured out and you're the only one struggling. You're not failing. The rules are failing you. The game was set up before you were born. The tax code wasn't written for you. The banking system wasn't designed to grow your wealth. The education system didn't prepare you for any of this. You were handed a cup and told to stand in the rain. And then society called you lazy when your cup wasn't full enough. That's not a problem. That's a system problem. So what do you actually do about it? Because knowing the problem isn't enough. You need moves. Real ones. Simple ones. Ones you can start this week. Here are 3 things. That's it. 3.
No complicate de estrategias.
No finance degree required. Number 1. Stop letting your money sit and rot. If all your money is sitting in a basic checking or savings account earning almost nothing, it's dying. Slowly. Every month. You don't need to become a stock market expert, but you need to put your money somewhere it at least has a chance of keeping up with rising prices. High-yield savings accounts, index funds. Even just learning what those words mean is a start. The point is this: cash sitting still is cash moving backward. Number 2. Start building income that isn't tied to your hours. Right now, if you stop working, you stop earning. That's dangerous. You need to start thinking about how to make money that doesn't require you to be physically present. That could be digital products, a skill you sell online, content, a side project that grows over time. It doesn't have to replace your job tomorrow. It just has to exist. Because one stream of income in today's world isn't a plan. It's a risk. Number 3. Think in value, not just in dollars. Most people ask, how do I make more money? Wrong question. The right question is, how do I become more valuable? Because money follows value. If you spend 1 hour learning a high-demand skill, that hour could be worth 10 times more than 1 hour at your current job 6 months from now. Stop thinking about paychecks. Start thinking in skills, leverage, and positioning. That's how the game is actually played. Now I want to ask you something honestly. Do you think this is all just an accident? Just bad luck? Random economic forces? Or do you think this system was built this way on purpose? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every single one. And if this video describes your life, type the word trapped in the comments. I want to see how many of us feel the same thing. And if this is the first video of mine you've watched, you need to know something. This channel breaks down exactly how the financial system works against regular people. And more importantly, what you can do about it. If you want to keep understanding the game instead of just playing it blind, subscribe. Not because I'm asking, because you need this information, and nobody else is explaining it like this. One more thing before you go. Everything I just told you about your paycheck, your savings, the system, that's just the surface. There's a deeper layer underneath all of this. One that controls how prices are set, how debt is structured, and why certain people stay wealthy no matter what the economy does. And the worst part? Most people won't figure it out until it's way too late. Next video. I'll show you exactly what I mean.